All right, everybody. Welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast, all the sports gambling podcast network. My name is Talon Jenkins, joined with our host. We got Ryan Gilbert and Joel Meyer. Gentlemen, how the hell are we doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. Happy Thursday to all of our listeners out there. It's this Thursday evening here. Thanks for get off work here. I did have to work a little bit, but yeah, happy Thanksgiving to the American listeners out there for the genocide holiday that we celebrate here. I'm doing good. Happy to be off work, and looking forward to big slate on Friday.
Well, it finally happened, boys. I am out of fucking money. See, this is I'm in the crucible, the hard spot, right? The few days before the college football win totals get in, and I got all those futures bets, and I want to make some more. I already made a bunch this week, and then today, fucking bloodbath, 6 teaser legs with the Lions. I thought there's no way they're gonna lose this fucking game to the useless goddamn Packers, but sure enough, they get smoked. So that went out the window. So yeah, I have no liquidity. I'm dry as the desert. I am as dry as Talon's Quebec Minister of Sport. So yeah, that's you see there's no lights on. There's no lights on in the house because I'm out of money.
What a callback there.
Jelaine Maxwell or some shit like that, or Jillian Celeste or something like that.
Celeste breast.
Yes. There it is. I'm sorry to hear, Joel. Maybe we'll do a crowdfunder or something to get Joel some money so we can get some more future bets going on or some shit.
I couldn't even bet any college football this weekend. That's how fucking empty the accounts are. So whatever.
Do you have anything that could hit in the like anytime soon? Or
Lots of stuff. I'm just waiting for fucking Monday.
All right, that's good. I'm doing all right, yo. I don't want to be a dick here, but I'm kind of on the opposite. I've been fucking crushing it with some of these games, some of these football games, these hockey games. We've been ripping it and licking it lately, boys. So I don't know, Joel. Maybe I can give you a loan. But I pay good interest. You got to pay me back like in spades or some shit like that. I am so hot in this. I committed to a bit. I'm covered in a blanket right now. My thinking was Jolie always shows up to these little things and he's wearing a black hoodie and he has his hood up and he looks like fucking Darth Sidious or he looks like he's like fucking Sauron or some shit from Lord of the Rings. Well, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be Gandalf the White. So I got my white fuzzy blanket wrapped up around me here and it's pretty cozy and shit, but like it's getting a little bit too hot. But pot committed. It's going to be a sweaty show. I'm ready to rock and roll here. All right, let's keep this moving. Everybody go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast Network website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff in the world of sports, baby. What do we got going on? NFL's rocking and rolling. There's Thanksgiving to all the Americans that are doing their thing. Ryan said it's some crazy fucked up holiday. Well, whatever. I just love eating turkey and all the good shit that comes with it, yo. So hell yeah, you should be celebrating it. Don't gotta kill a couple people to fucking eat a couple turkeys. I'm all in. So congratulations. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our friends in the States. There's college football coming up. We got that Ohio State Michigan game. That's going to be absolutely nuts. What else we got? We got NHL. We have fucking 15 games tomorrow, boys. This is going to be crazy. Obviously, we're going to run through them all here. A bunch of other stuff going on in the world of sports. Like we said, I'm going to a Raptors game tomorrow for the first time, so we'll see how that goes. Basketball is still for fucking losers, but hey, whatever. So yeah, you can find all that information at the SGPN website. That's the place to be. Be sure to check it out. Check out the articles that are being posted. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles. He's pumping them up. They're pretty fucking sick every week. And listen to the other shows, man. Everybody's doing an awesome job. It's a busy time of year with all that stuff. Quick update, Ryan. What's up in the world of baseball? Is there any rumblings, any fun stuff going on around there? We haven't talked about baseball in a while.
Oh yeah, the Phillies re-signed Aaron Nola. That was big.
Let's keep this moving here. What else? Shout out to all of our friends and pals in the Discord. Discord's absolutely popping off. We got tons of guys in there, man. Everybody's having a good time. People are posting bets. People are having great conversations, and people are making lots of money, baby. So that's all that matters. So shout out to all of our friends and pals in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you're not making money. If you want to get in there, you can reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. We'll be sure to help you out. We'll point you in the right direction. Or you can reach out to the HGP Twitter account. Our social media assistant producer is absolutely killing it like he always is. So he'll be sure to lend a helping hand. Or what you can do is... I don't know, go to the food bank. And if you're at the food bank in line and you might see somebody just looking all down and looking all sad trying to get some cheap ass fucking our compliment spaghetti or no frills spaghetti or no name, whatever the fuck, for 20 cents on the thing, and a little can of shitty old ragu. And if you see that motherfucker, chances are it's probably Joel Meyer out there. So you can ask him, hey man, I know you're down on your luck a little bit here, but anyway, you can just let me know how to get into the Discord. And he's such a good guy. He'll pull himself out of the hole he's in and he'll be like, yeah, this is how you get into the Discord, baby.
Yeah, make sure you're subscribed to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube. Like seeing the comments on there as we segue here into our Locked On Total. I feel like this is a good comment to highlight from Bill Williams. Your picks fucking suck, but I like the energy. Laughing emoji, beer emoji. So that counts. That's a comment. That's a review.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I mean, but we track it. We're transparent about it, and we keep trucking along here.
Yeah, race isn't over yet, boy. We're at the quarter turn. Like this is horse racing or some shit. Come on, we're not even at the stretch yet. We're just trotting along, galloping up and shit. So just you wait. By the end of the year, maybe we won't collectively be down over 20 units as a show. All right, Ryan brought it up. The lock dogs and totals from last show. We're going to move into it. This is from the November 22nd slate of games, which was yesterday at the time of recording. I went 2-1, up 1.57 units. Jolie went 1-2, Ryan went 1-2, down 0.59 units, and Jolie went 1-2 as well, down 2.17 units. I'll kick us off here. For my lock, I had the Bruins money line against Florida, minus 115. What did I tell you, man? This Bruins team will never lose another game to Florida after that shit show embarrassment that happened last year in the playoffs for them. I don't remember the score of this game. I was working. Let me see. It was 3-1 final for Boston. So hell yeah, that's sweet. Then for my dog, I had the Arizona State University Coyotes in regulation versus St. Louis there. I think St. Louis won this one. It was 6-5 finals. We had a shootout there in the shadow realm. But yeah, so that didn't hit for me. And then for my total, New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, under 6.5. This was a 1-0 final for New York. So I told you, man, we got some good goaltenders in this game that are both playing well. It was only one goal. It looks like Jonathan Quick had another shutout. How many shutouts does Quick have this year? Holy shit, 32 save shutout. And then even Tristan Jarry stopped 35-36 with Alexis Lafreniere scoring the only goal in the game for the Rangers.
Yeah, for myself, once again, I hit my lock there. The Hurricanes minus 142 against the Oilers. That ended up being it was a blowout, 6-3, but Oilers did kind of make a game of it late after they went down 4-0 and 5-1. They're a mess right now. My dog, Flyers plus 124 at the Islanders. They just got goalies. Ilya Sorokin was Ilya Sorokin, and you got to tip your cap sometimes. Flyers definitely outplayed them, outshot them, outchanced them, but did not get the job done. And then my total, Devils, Red Wings over 6.5. I thought this was a slam dunk when the Red Wings went up 3-0 early on. I figured, Devils get a few, but no, Red Wings just won 4-0. Shutout for who was there? James Reimer, was it? That was
Lion.
Lion got the shutout. So yeah, former Flyers great, Alex Lyon. Shutting them down there. So 1-2 for me, but down minus 0.59 units.
Right. My lock was connected with that, with the Devils team total over 3.5. Never a fucking chance after the first period. They only had 9 shots on goal in the final 40 minutes. And yeah, the Devils, or the Red Wings rather, were in Sweden the previous week. But you'd think that the Devils were the team coming back from Europe, the way they played, turning the puck over, looking sloppy as shit. Very flat effort. This was the first time in 101 games that the Devils were shut out. So definitely not a good bet there with the Devils team total. Not even close.
They had 2 shots in the third period. They had 16 shots in total. I'm looking at this deeper now.
Just gave up.
Awful.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Sabres money line against the Capitals. This week, the theme for me is just losing bets in the final minute. Like 3-2 Sabres lead. Capitals have the goalie pull. They score, tie it up, and then they win in overtime, of course. Fucking typical. But I'm okay with that bet at a plus 110 price there and the way the game went. And then the final one, this is a good bet. This is the best bet. Blues Coyotes over 6. Talon mentioned it was a frenzy there. Easy win. It cashed in like the first period. I think it was like 4-4 at the beginning of the second. I'm pretty sure. Goaltending was optional. And yeah, Coyotes just play some wild games sometimes, and same with the Blues. So this is a great bet. I should have fucking laddered it the way that this went on.
Is that how you're ending it?
I don't.
You made it
I can
sound
just
like
keep.
you were gonna go
I can just
for it.
keep droning on, but no, that's on. On to the next one.
Okay, cool. Glad we cleared that one out a little bit. All right, let's get into this, boys. We got 15 games set. We got 15 games set for Friday, November 24th. It is another Turk hockey up here. We got Turk hockey completion part 2 going on right here. 15 fucking games. Boys, are we ready to go with just the gravy everywhere, and you look and there's just stuffing and cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes and turnip and squash. Oh, I fucking love Thanksgiving, bro.
Oh, yeah.
All right, first game on the docket here. We got the Detroit Red Wings against the Boston Bruins. Game itself is in Boston at the Gardens. Detroit on the money line sitting at plus 170. Bruins on the money line at minus 205. If anybody's interested, the Bruins on the puck line at minus 1.5 is sitting at plus 130. The over-under is at 6. Over sitting at minus 115. The under is at minus 105 here. Dude, Boston is unreal at hockey. They will always be unreal at hockey. This team just never goes away. We just saw them beat a red-hot Florida team the other day, 3-1, like we talked about here. Boston at home is 7-0-1, while the Wings are 3-3-1 on the road. If you're interested, Boston division games sitting at 6-1-2. Detroit in division games 3-2-2. You got to go with the Bruins here. How do you play them? Minus 205 is a shitload of juice. I don't like puck lines at all, but if you're interested in that plus 130, maybe it's on the table here. Detroit has been giving up some goals. Middle of the pack, they've been averaging more against lately than they did to start the year. But my favorite play here would probably be the Bruins in regulation. You can currently get it at minus 130. I'm sure you can get it better at other books as well. So that will be the way I am leaning for this one. As far as over-under goes here, I think we're going to see some goals, man. Detroit can pop in a couple pucks. They did it earlier in the year. Like I said, they're starting to tail off a little bit in this one. But yeah, I think the number's at 6 even. The push is in play. I will lean towards the over. But give me the Bruins in regulation minus 130.
Yeah, Bruins are rightful minus 205 favorites here. They're unbelievable at home, 7-0-1. Detroit's only 3-3-1 on the road. They're pretty good at home, but not good quite on the road. Lost each of their last 2 road games in Ottawa and against the Rangers. Boston coming off that win down there in Florida. Just a better team coming back home. Yeah, I think regulation is a solid play. I like them to win the first period. They've been outscoring team in the first period. They've only lost, I think, 2 first periods all season. So maybe look for a first period regulation play is for the Bruins plus 200 to get up. That's I think that's pretty juicy for a team that should be able to do that. But at the very least, yeah, Boston regulation I think is a safe play, or use Boston as a parlay leg with something else later in the day.
Yeah, Boston regulation would be the only way I would look in this one. But I like the total. I'm going opposite of Talon there with the under 6. It's a Bruins game. Ryan mentioned it. The Bruins like to win the first period. Or they typically do, and when they do that, they are great at holding on to leads. Like the Islanders teams when they were used to be good, they could hold those 2-1, 3-1 leads the whole time, and then the game easily goes under. So I like that angle. The Red Wings are first in the league in shooting percentage. So that's going to go down. I don't think that'll keep up. And the Bruins, meanwhile, are the best team in the league in terms of the save percentage. And I do think that is sustainable. And they are decisively the best team in terms of penalty killing as well. So, yeah, I think the Bruins can win this one 3-1, just like they did down in Florida.
All right, back to the 1 p.m. time slot here. We got the New York Rangers against the Philadelphia Flyers. Game itself is in Philadelphia here. Broad Street, right?
Broad Street Bullies.
Broad Street Bullies. We got it. Hell yeah.
This is Broadway versus Broad Street, though.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. I'll see. That's a good way of looking at it. I like that. All right, we got the Rangers on the money line at minus 142. Flyers on the money line at plus 120. Home dogs here. The over-under sitting at 6. Over paying off minus 105. The under minus 115. Right, guy, what's going on here with your Flyers? Still red hot? Still not? What are we thinking? What's everybody feeling like?
Yeah, lost on Long Island there. Once, as I said, they did outplay them, so no shame in that. But yeah, coming back home here, I wish the odds makers weren't respecting them as much as they are, because I wish they were bigger underdogs here. But as long as Carter Hart starts, I like the Flyers here plus 120. Rangers, we've been talking about they're going to have some regression at some point. They're not great 5-on-5 this year. Flyers are 9th. The Rangers are 19th, so Flyers are ahead of them. Flyers, have been able to bounce back from losses, so should be a big rivalry game here. So I'll take the Flyers plus 120, and as long as it's Carter Hart, I also like the under 6 at minus 115. One more thing on this: whenever the line for the Flyers Islanders Saturday game opens up, take the Flyers. Flyers play tomorrow afternoon at home, and the Islanders play tomorrow night, Friday night, in Ottawa. So the Flyers have 6 hours more of rest plus much less travel there.
I like that. No real play for the side here. Lean to the Rangers. My line is minus 141. But like Ryan was saying there, they rely on the power play too much. I go on about this all the time, yada, yada, yada. And I don't think that Jonathan Quick can keep doing what he's doing, although I expect it to be Shesterkin for this one. Do the Rangers play on Saturday too? Do you know? I didn't look at that. But Jonathan Quick, he's doing he's having a renaissance season. He's back to his old Johnny Quick self. Between the pipes there, so it doesn't really matter. For that reason, let's go with the under. The Flyers are a pretty good defensive team, and yeah, although they're on the back-to-back too, right? You're saying so it's could be Harrison. So and that's, or is he already confirmed? Carter
No,
Hart?
Neither of them are confirmed, and the Rangers do play the Bruins Saturday.
Yeah,
so they could save Shesterkin for that.
Yeah, probably because Shesterkin's still dealing with that upper body injury, whatever he had there. But yeah, you could say that this is a woman game, battle of the broads. But yeah, under or nothing for me.
All right. I think this is insane here. I'm so sorry. I'm not buying the Flyers hype. Gilbert, I'm sorry. Jolie, I know you're invested in them as well. But I'm all in on the Rangers this year, and in this game especially. And even if it's Jonathan Quick in that, fuck yeah, this guy's been lights out this year. You can shit on Jonathan Quick all you want, and I'll never do it because I always love the fucking guy. But no, he's playing lights out hockey over here. You look at some of these saves he's making; they're 10-bell saves. So hell yeah, give me the Rangers in this minus 142. A little bit of juice. I don't care. I'll hammer it just up my units. And then as far as over under goes, I am leaning with Ryan said, maybe a bit more towards the under 6 and minus 115. I don't love this play, but I mean, fuck, Rangers are playing fine defensively, and Philly has been playing a bit better lately. So yeah, look at a goal scoring too. They're both in the middle of the pack for goals for, sitting around 15 and 14th collect, or whatever the word is. For goals allowed, Rangers are at second in the league for goals allowed, and the Flyers are 11. So the under 6 is a decent look here. Okay, moving down to TPM. I can't even fucking talk, bro. What is going on with me? I'm so hot and sweaty right now. 2 p.m. time slot. We got the Leafs on the money line against the Chicago Blackhawks. Game itself is in Chicago here. Toronto on the money line sitting at minus 265. Chicago on the money line at plus 215. Massive home dogs here in Chicago. If anybody's interested, the Leafs on the puck line at minus 1.5 is at plus 100. The over-under is at 6.5 here. Overpaying off minus 122. The under plus 102 in this one. Oh shit! What do we got here? The Blackhawks fucking suck. We just had news. I don't know. I guess we can talk about this a little bit here. Not Patrick Kane. Taylor Hall is expected to miss the entire rest of the regular season. He has to get like leg surgery or some shit like that. So that kind of sucks for the Blackhawks and everything going on there. Blackhawks currently on a 5-game losing streak. Going into this game, the Leafs are on a 4-game winning streak. Blackhawks at home are 1-5-0 on the year. Everything is screaming to bet Toronto in this game, which is why I might recommend you bet Chicago, but I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be leaning probably towards the Leafs team total, whatever that's sitting at, maybe 3.5 or so. We're seeing Arvid Soderblom is confirmed to start for Chicago here. 1-6-0 record, 3.89 goals against average, 0.879 save percentage, but he's going to get his fucking tit slit by the Leafs here in this one. So yeah, Leafs team total is probably the best look. The over is always in play in a game like this. Is 6.5 minus 122. I think there's some value on that. And one thing I will say, Toronto just fucking goes behind in games. So when they get scored on first, inevitably in this game, if you can get them at plus 1.5 or something like that, even if it's a bit of juice, minus 180 or even minus 200 or something, they're going to keep it close. That'll be something I've been keeping the eye out for lately with Leaf games they've been going. Also, give me Nylander points. But he's trying to make it 18 consecutive games to start the year with a point. If he does hit that, he passes McDavid and Zetterberg in the modern era for second place in all time. So, hell yeah. Nylander point, Matthew shots, Leafs team total, live bet, Leafs minus 1.5. Give me the over.
Yeah, not too much to add there. Blackhawks, haul out. Corey Perry's also questionable now. John Klingberg also appears to be out for a while and on to IR
On
for
the
the
IR,
Leafs. He hasn't played a while anyway. Yeah, Leafs are hot. Blackhawks are not. Blackhawks can't win at home. Leafs are good on the road. So yeah, it's a find the money game. I do like the puck line plus 100. That's fine by me. But I did the unthinkable here. I parlayed Toronto with Boston here. I have a Bruins Maple Leafs parlay plus odds there. So hopefully both of those two teams can come through for me.
This guy's crazy.
Why did you see the play?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so fucking funny. That's the only way Seattle can fucking score. Holy shit.
Fuck. Niners better cover the -7. I need the money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's funny that the Leafs have been hot lately because Klingberg has been playing and Ryan Reeves hasn't been playing. Two of their pickups in the offseason. They're better off without them, it seems like. And so no big loss there with Klingberg. Actually, it's probably a boon for the Leafs. If he goes on LTIR, they could use that $4.5 million, whatever he's costing them, to get a real
Patrick Kane
in there. No, they need like Zadorov or Tanev or someone like that.
Tanev, fuck Zadorov.
Zadorov's up. He's a big Russian. I thought you'd like him. Anyway, I don't really have a bet in this one. I would probably get a wait and see if the Blackhawks get to a high enough number, then jump on them. Just the European angle with the Leafs coming home from that. But otherwise, I got nothing for this one. Kind of lean to the under though. The Blackhawks just they stink offensively, but they slow the game down. Don't let too many goals in. I mean, like the Blue Jackets found a way to put 7 past them, but they typically play these under games, and then the Leafs are. They can't do these comeback wins all the time and send the game over. So lean to the under, lean to the Blackhawks, but I haven't bet this one at all.
What does Bowie think there, Dallin?
Bowie thinks that the Leafs have actually not been playing good hockey lately and that they are lucky to be on a 4-game winning streak. So maybe there is a little bit of value to maybe a Chicago team total or something like that, because this team has been fucking Jekyll and Hyde. Shit for half the game, good for half the game, and eventually you're going to pay the price for it.
Goaltending's a little better lately, though, right?
Yep, 100% it has. 100% it has, but I don't know. We're not making this about the Leafs. It's all good. It will be another day for that. All right, let's keep things moving here. We're heading down to the 3 p.m. time slot. We got the Columbus Blue Jackets against the New Jersey Devils, baby. Game itself is in New Jersey here. Columbus on the money line sitting at plus 210. New Jersey on the money line at minus 258. The over-under is 6.5. Over sitting at minus 135. The under in this one is at plus 114. We just saw Columbus beat the fucking shit out of Chicago. What did I tell you? Patrick Laine coming back, buddy was buzzing around out there. It's good to see him get a goal after being scratched. So that's awesome. But what are we talking about here? We're talking about the Blue Jackets against the fucking Devils. I'm leaning the over. That's my only real bet I have for this game at minus 135 at 6.5 here. I don't really love a side. I'm not paying juice to the gills to bet the Devils here. And Columbus sucks, dude. Like, I'm sorry, they're still not a good team. On the road, they've been absolutely terrible. They're 1-5-3 here. So yeah, I mean, Metro or division games have been brutal as well, 1-6-1. So just fade the Jackets here. Whether it's the Devils team total might be interesting, and the over 6.5 is what I'm leaning.
Yeah, over 6.5 minus 135 has to be the best bet for this one. Both of these teams are over teams. Devils 13 of 17 games. Blue Jackets 11 of 19. Also the same for the first period. So I also like the first period over 1.5 at around minus 150. But yeah, the over. And I want to take the Blue Jackets. I wonder if Hughes came back too early, if they're just not clicking right now, if they were just conserving energy there in Detroit, but because they're going to wake up sometime. I can't take them this big of favorites or minus odds on the puck line, but it wouldn't shock me if some people want to take Columbus here at plus 210 for a sprinkle. I would not hate that.
Yeah, Talon mentioned, giving Lonnie a boost there, getting him a goal. And meanwhile, I gave Zach Werenski the HGP chump bump. I was just playing like shit. And what does he do? Fucking pumps it up my ass with 4 assists and playing an awesome game. Goodbye, Talon. So yeah, the Blue Jackets came out of nowhere. They scored a bunch of goals against the shitty Blackhawks team, and I think that they can keep that up, keep the momentum going with Lonnie finally getting some confidence, I guess, hopefully. And Gaudreau hopefully as well. And I hope this offense can keep clicking. I still think that they'll lose this game. The Devils have been playing pretty bad lately, but hopefully they get Hischier back for this one. I think he's still questionable. And Timo Meier is still day-to-day as well. So some injuries for the Devils could getting those guys back could help them out a lot. But yeah, I think right now is the best way to play this is the over. We're going to go back with the Devils team total over 3.5 and full game total too, because the Blue Jackets have found their mojo offensively. I mean, it's just the Blackhawks, but the Devils aren't exactly elite defensively either, and they certainly don't have Dominik Hasek between the pipes. So yeah, just goals in this one.
Okay, moving on to the 3 p.m. time slot here. We got the Edmonton Oilers against the Washington Capitals. Game itself is in Washington here. Edmonton on the money line's at -130. Washington on the money line's at +110. The over-under's at 6.5. Over sitting at -120. The under +100 here. Call me crazy, man. I think that this line is fucked. I'm sorry. I don't know how anybody can say that the Oilers are the better team right now. I understand there's the McDavid factor, the Draisaitl factor. Those two are way better than anybody that Washington has. But what did I say last show when we were talking about the Capitals? When we were talking about them versus Buffalo. This Washington team, they're washed. They're old. They're fucked. Are they going to make playoffs? Most likely not. But fucking, there's something to be said for playing hockey the right way. And I know I'm a broken clock or a broken record. I'm saying the same fucking thing again. But this team is simply playing the right way. Look at what happened in Buffalo. They go down by 2 goals. But when you play smart hockey, physical hockey where you just grind your team down into the fucking boards, into dust for 3 periods, you end up coming back and winning. And that's what we saw with this team. That's what we've seen this team do over the last 5 games. They've been on a 5-game winning streak. And the Oilers are the exact opposite. There's no fucking chemistry. It's an ugly scene in the locker room. These guys are fucking starting to kind of turn on each other a little bit. That's how fucking bad it's been in Edmonton over here. They can't get a save to fucking save their dicks, for Christ's sakes. So fucking, how could you not take the Capitals in this as home dogs +110? 5-game winning streak coming into this. They're 7-3-1 at home this yeyear. The Oilers are 2-8-0 on the road. Am I taking fucking crazy pills in this one? This is insane. Give me the Capitals +110. And I'll tell you fucking what, dude. There's something to be said for being unified as a team. And that's what we're seeing now with these old fucks in Washington, these gray old dust pieces of shit, but they're still finding ways to win games, man. Caps +110 all day long. Oilers game, so give me the over 6.5 and -120.
Yeah, I mean, most people expect these teams to have, opposite records at this point in the season. Capitals are 10-4-2. Oilers are 5-12-1. Oilers have been awful on the road, 2-8 overall, 0-3 on this road trip. But they have to get it sometime. Their underlying numbers are great. They can't get a save. That's absolutely correct. I like the Oilers team total over 3 is what I took for now. I think I got that around -140, which is around what their money line is, -130. They were able to get 3 goals in Carolina, in Florida. They scored 4 against Tampa. I trust their offense against Washington. I don't think Washington's going to keep up their great defense they played, last week, a few weeks ago, especially if it is Kemper and net and not Lindgren. But Lindgren's also going to come back down to earth sometime. So, like the Oilers team total over 3. I like the chance of getting a push because I think they can score 3. They should be able to score 4 if you want to go 3.5 for plus odds. Also do like the first period over 1.5. Both of these teams do tend to go over in the first period. Oilers in 14 of 18 games and Capitals in 10 of 16. So hopefully the Oilers can find something here because otherwise it's just going to be a long season of wondering if they're going to like trade what they're going to do. If they're going to keep McDavid, trade Draisaitl, who knows?
What the fuck are you saying?
He could ask out.
He's still got another year on his deal after this one, though.
That's Draisaitl. McDavid has 2 more.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's still a long ways from that to doomsday scenario. But anyway, I think that's the right way to play it. You don't have to worry about the Oilers' goaltending. Don't worry about their defense. They just have to worry about them scoring goals, which they can do that at least, even when they lose. So, yeah, the team total over 3.5 is a good look for this one. I do not like the Capitals to sustain this excellent defensive play given their roster, and then the goaltending has been, very good. But I don't think that'll continue forever, especially from Charlie Lindgren. So, yeah, the Capitals are still frauds. They didn't do anything in that Buffalo win to convince me otherwise. Saw a decent chunk of that one. Talon's right about them playing more physical, though.
They hit everything, bro. This team hits everybody that has the puck.
That's true. That's true. The Oilers are a big team too. They can hopefully maybe get into war. Maybe that's what they need. Someone to punch them in the face so they can punch back. I don't know. This team needs something. So yeah, I lean to the Oilers, but I think that Ryan's team total play is the best look for this one.
Okay, moving down to the 3 p.m. time slot here. We got the Nashville Predators against the St. Louis Blues. What a shit game we got here. Game itself is in St. Louis. Nashville on the money lines at -110. St. Louis on the money lines at -110. We got to pick them. Fuck, I bought a bell. Shit. Oh, it's so cross. I bought a little bell I can ring. It's like a Christmas bell for whenever we got pick'ems. I'm going to start ringing it, but whatever. My cat's being a good boy beside me, so I don't want to scare him. Anyways, the over-under sitting at 6. Over's paid -115. The under -105 in this game. Oh, fuck, dude. This game is going to suck. How do you find a lean in this one? Surprisingly, though, the Preds are on a 3-game winning streak coming into this. The Blues are on a 2-game winning streak coming into this one. I think we got to try and just keep this one simple here. St. Louis is 6-2-0 at home to start the season, and the Preds are 2-6-0 on the road. As far as division records go here, none of them are really too great to jump out at. Based off that alone, I'm going to lean towards the Blues in this one. I don't really love it. I think this is a shit play I probably wouldn't be making. But if you had to gun to my head, I'd take the Blues just because of the home ice advantage. And as far as over-under goals here, teams aren't really that great at scoring. You know, they're kind of at the bottom third of the league when it comes to that, but they're not substantially bad. Goals allowed. Binnington's been playing fire to start the year, absolutely lights out. And we know that UC Saros is always a guy. So if I had to pick, technically the under 6 -105, but truth be told, dude, I'd be staying clear at this game. You know what this game is to me? This is one of those games where I go into the score bet, and we're not supposed to say all this shit, but you go into a book that offers you both goalies to make a certain amount of saves at boosted money, like maybe it's over 27.5 saves each or something like that. You can get for maybe like +500, +600. I would be playing that for this game, but other than that, I don't really like anything else.
I don't hate that play, yeah, but I do hate this matchup though. I can't wrap my head around either of these teams. I do want to go heavy on Nashville here because they have had those great underlying numbers. 7th best expected goals for. Blues at the 3rd worst expected goals 4%. But then, yeah, as Talon mentioned, those home records 6-2 for the Blues, 2-6 on the road for the Preds. So you can't be too confident in the Predators. But having said that, I still do like them here and a pick 'em. I think they are a better team. I think Saros has to rebound from his .896 save percentage. Binnington has already kind of regressed a bit. The Blues played it tough against the Coyotes, so I think the Preds can keep it rolling here, make it 4 in a row. Give me the Preds -110 here in a pick'em.
All right, I agree with Ryan there. My number, of course, do not fade the Blues, as I expect that they won't for most games they play this season. Preds -108, what I have it at. And yeah, I think that they're the better team, even though they've had a tough spell on the road there. But they played some good teams, and they were in all those games, I think, at least from what I remember. I mean, they were kind of smashed by the Canucks, but that was when the Canucks were really rolling. And yeah, they're coming back home. They're on a few game winning streak. Well, plus, getting Ryan McDonagh back is huge for the Predators. They're a lot better team with him in it. If you look at that, the defensive core there, it's not the same without him in the lineup. So yeah, give me the Preds here. No real feel for the total. Guess I lean to the under, but Preds money line for me.
All right, we're brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is the world's favorite sports book, trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. Prop sides, totals, live betting. Bet365 has you covered. And if you like boosts, you're going to love Bet365, like a 30% profit boost on your NFL same game parlay. Plus, they even have an early payout offer if your team goes up 3 goals. Sign up today and choose from 2 bonus offers, either a $1,000 no sweat bet or bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets. Just head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365, or use the sign up link in our show bio. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay, moving down to the 3:30 p.m. time slot here. We got a lot of afternoon games. Holy shit. We got the Montreal Canadiens against the San Jose Sharks. This is the one game you probably should not be watching because this game is going to be absolutely fucking brutal. Montreal, the money line, is sitting at -148. The game itself is in San Jose at the in the fish bag. San Jose on the money lines at +124. The over under is at 6.5. Over sitting at -105. The under at -115 here. You got to lean towards the Habs here, man. I actually think there's a little bit of value them at minus 150 or whatever it's sitting at. Yes, it's a little bit juiced through the gills, and we do have Caden Primo confirmed to start this one for the Habs here. But dude, I'm sorry, the Sharks are just absolutely horrendous here. Their home record is better than their road record, but their road record is 0-9-0, so it doesn't matter. That's how brutal this team is. So yeah, give me the Habs here. We just saw them have a big win against who did they play the other day? I forget who it was. Anaheim, I think. So we just saw them beat the Sharks here. They're trimming up these teams in California, baby. So hell yeah, let's go Habs on this one. And as far as over-under goes, I'm leaning towards the under. Neither team is great defensively, but both teams are fucking terrible on the offense here. So give me the under 6.5 minus 115. Give me Montreal on the money line.
Yeah, I think Montreal definitely has to be the play here. Minus 148 is getting a bit steep, though. I did get them closer to minus 130 earlier in the day. I probably would still bet them here, but if the Sharks get to plus 130, plus 135, maybe too much to take the Habs there. But yeah, I think the Habs are the better team. The Sharks are actively tanking. The Habs have just been unfortunate with injuries and everything. They still have the better overall players. I would think, Caden Primo is not great in net, but neither is Blackwood or whoever starts for the Sharks. So yeah, I like the Canadians to keep up their California back-to-back wins here in San Jose. And then total, yeah, I'd probably lean to the under 6.5 minus 115 just because Sharks can't really score. But this could also be one of those wild games you see like a 5-4 game. So I'm going to stay away from the total and just stick with the Habs.
Yeah, I don't think it's a huge deal that Primo's starting. He's not a great goalie, but he's a capable backup. It's Habs or nothing. Once again, I'm not backing the Sharks against a team like the Habs who play hard every game. That the Sharks are going to beat teams who totally overlook them. The Canadians are not going to go in here thinking that they're hot stuff that they don't need to play up for the Sharks. They're going to play up for every game under
Martin St. Louis ain't letting that happen. You're right.
Exactly right. So give me the Habs absolutely. I think that even at minus 150 here is a good price. Lean to the under. I mean, you could do the Sharks team total play. It's cashed in like all but 2-3 maybe for Sharks games. It's a pretty damn good bet. So that'd be how I'd play this one.
Hell yeah. Okay, moving to the 3:30 p.m. time slot here. We got Los Angeles Kings against the Anaheim Ducks. Game itself is in Anaheim at the Quack Palace. LA on the money line's at minus 198. The Ducks on the money line are plus 164. If you're looking at the Kings on the puck line, minus 1.5 is at plus 136. The over/under is at 6. Over sitting at minus 120. The under plus 100. Mr. Gilbert, why don't you take this one away here? What's going to go on out in California?
Yeah, I think people are just sleeping on the Kings. 11-3-3 this season. They're the best expected goals 4% in the league. Anaheim is in the other half of that, 7th worst. The Kings just have 3 solid lines. We always talk about Kopitar, Deneau, and then they got Dubois in there. Cam Talbot's been great in net, 9-3-1, 2.02 goals against, 930 save percentage. So they have solid defense as well. They play these low-scoring games. They've allowed 1 goal in each of their past 3 games. I love the Kings here. This line has also moved a lot since I initially bet it. But, yeah, I'd still take the Kings. Regulation around minus 130. Puck line may not be a bad look. The last few meetings, the Kings did win 5-3 and 6-3 and 4-1 last year. So those were all puck line wins for the Kings. So, yeah, could see another 3-1, 4-1 type of win. So love the Kings here. And I like the under 6 at plus 100.
Yeah, that's good news for the Kings there. I thought that Dubois would be out for a little bit, but he comes back the next game and scores a goal against those miserable Blues. So, yeah, I like the Kings quite a bit here. The Ducks are not the same team that they were when they had that nice road trip. And like last year, they kind of fooled some people thinking, they're pretty good. I still think they're better than they were last year, but that's for sure. But not playoff good, that's for sure. So, yeah, the Kings are on a mission here. You're right that they're kind of being overlooked. So, yeah, I mean, minus 200 get a little steep, but still, it's not a good team in the Ducks. And they're still in these games. They're competitive. They lost by 1 goal against the Habs, lost by 1 goal against the Panthers, unless there was an empty netter. But that game should have been tied. Like the puck clearly crossed the line, and video review and its infinite wisdom
crazy.
Still ruled it no goal. What the fuck, man? We need video review of the video review. Challenge the challenge. Fuck that shit, man. The stupid refs. Stupid rules too. Anyway, yeah, give me the Kings here like that quite a bit. Lean to the under, I guess. But, unders in general, I think on Black Friday are a good look. I think people be, a little fat and happy, content after their turkey meals. Maybe it's a little narrative, but whatever. I think that's a possible angle. I'll definitely be playing a little bit of the Slim Jim for all the fat pats on Friday.
Unders on Black Friday sounds like suspiciously racist somehow. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I don't know. But maybe you're onto something here. That's okay. I'm with you guys on this 100%. I'd like the LA Kings for the past 2 years, for Christ's sakes. And, like you said, they're kind of underrated a little bit here. Teams are overlooking them. Maybe underrated is not the best way because everybody knows they're a good team, but overlooking them, like you guys said, I think is probably the best way to put it. This team's been playing great with the offensive depth. Ryan ran through it there. Jolie touched on it as well. It's good to see that Pierre-Luc Dubois will not be missing any significant time for the team. So that's good. I like the Kings here in regulation, maybe. This is a team that they are scoring a shitload of goals too, averaging 3.94 per game, which is second in the league for goals for. So Kings team total, I think, is definitely a good way to look at this as well. And we all know that the Ducks fucking stink, especially defensively. Coming back to earth from that hot start that we saw on that road trip that Jolie brought up here. And then as far as Kings go, it's funny, somebody told me that Cam Talbot isn't a good goalie, a couple of days ago. And yeah, I just can't see that. So, okay, fuck that guy that said that. But Cam Talbot's an absolute stud, dude. 9-3-1 record, 2.02 goals against average, a .930 save percentage here. So fuck yeah, I'm all over the Kings any which way possible. And total in this one, I'm kind of steering clear of the total.
Some goalies fit better in certain systems, and the Kings do a good job of, that's the same thing as with Aiden Hill. Like you say, Aiden Hill sucks, but he fits the system of the Knights. It's true. The team highlight.
The system of having the best decor in the league. Pretty good system.
Yeah, and the Kings have a good, solid decor as well. And Tom McClellan's a good coach.
He is.
And more offensive-minded, though, which is good to see that he's getting those guys to score. Second in the league scoring is pretty good after this team struggled to score the last couple of years.
No, that's a good point. Okay, moving down to the 6 p.m. time slot here. We got the Pittsburgh Penguins against the Buffalo Sabres. Game itself is in Buffalo in this one. Pittsburgh on the money line sitting at -118. The Sabres on the money line are -102. Over under is 6.5. Over sitting at -130. The under +110 here. I think this is the first night of a back-to-back for the Penguins. I believe they play the Leafs the following day on the Saturday here. With that being said, I still love the Penguins, man. Like I'm pretty bullish on this team. They're only 9-9-0 to start the year here, but they're playing good hockey. That was a tough loss against the Rangers, 1-0. Jonathan Quick, what did I say? Like a 32 save shutout or whatever. That's fucking awesome. Quick roll back the clock. He's been doing that. But the Penguins are still getting good scoring opportunities. The power plays fine. And I think a team that's in good shape here compared to a team that's kind of dropping off a little bit when you have the Sabres. They have some injury warts. Goaltending has been, I think it's fair to say, very suspect over the past couple of games in this one. If Devin Levi does play, he's been a little shaky, 3-4-1 on the year, 3.66 goals against average, .879 save percentage. I love the Penguins on the road here, man. 5-3-0 record this year. And as far as over under goes, I like the under 6.5 at +110 in this game. I know, we're talking about the fuck out of the way, bully. Jesus Christ. Whatever. Give me the under 6.5 at +110.
Yeah, I agree with all that there. I think the Penguins are definitely undervalued in this game. Sabres, did not beat Washington and lost in overtime there. Lost 4 of the past 5 now. Only win coming in Chicago, who's clearly becoming one of the worst teams in the league. T.H. Thompson's been out out now. So, but yeah, Penguins Rust questionable. Raquel's out. Ruedel is still out, as we discussed last show as well. But yeah, I still like the Penguins here, -118. I don't think there's a lot to the home ice advantage that Buffalo has. They're 4-5 at home. Pittsburgh 5-3 on the road, so they're capable of going on the road. They're a veteran team that knows how to get the job done here. Pittsburgh beat Buffalo 4-0 2 weeks ago at home. So see, maybe not a similar outcome here, but I do see a low scoring game as well. So give me the Penguins here, -119, under 6.5, +110. I think might be a better bet. Just getting plus odds on two teams that can't score too much seems like a pretty solid bet there.
Oh, the offense is coming for the Penguins. If you watch them play, they're just a bit unfortunate. We'll see if Brian Rust comes back for this one. I think he's day to day. But yeah, the Penguins, I think that they'll get it going. They're just a bit unlucky in the power play as well, but they've been moving the puck and all that. getting guys in the action, and their defense is still suspect, of course, with Eric Carlson back there. That's always going to be the case. And then, I think there's a bit of a drop off between Jari and is it Deming back there? No, it's not Deming. It's who's the back?
Nedeljkovic still up?
Nedeljkovic.
He had the shutout.
But they also
scored a goal.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying he scored a goal in the AHL and then had a shutout against the Golden Knights the same weekend.
All right, he's hot. Whatever. I still like the over. The Sabres, they're not too good defensively. The goaltending sucks, and they still go pedal to the metal offensively, even without Tage Thompson back there healthy. So, yeah, give me the Pens, give me the over in this one. Penguins, I think, are turning the corner a little bit. I expect them to go on a bit of a run coming up.
All right, I'm not going to lie. My cat fucked up my computer here, so you might have to read the odds on this next game.
All right, now heading down to the 7:30 time slot here. We got the New York Islanders at the Ottawa Senators, or should I say the Canada Senators. Game itself is in Canada, not Ottawa. They don't play in the city. Senators are minus 130 on the money line. Islanders are plus 110. Over-under set at 6. Over paying off minus 118. Under at minus 102. Mr. Meyer, what do you got for this one?
Nice. That's better than the talent impressions you do on our two-man shows. But yeah, let's go.
I got to do it up for him.
Yeah, true.
I like it. You're good.
You should be able to guess where I'm going with this one, seeing as where the Senators were playing last week. We're gonna ride that trend here. Give me the Isles here, plus 110. I know that they got outplayed in that win over the Flyers, but more encouraging is that Sorokin looked unbelievable in that one, more like the Sorokin we saw last year. So that's excellent news for the Isles. They cannot win many games if it's just average Sorokin. So they'll need him to be like himself. And then the Sens, second highest shooting percentage league, and they got some goal scorers and whatnot, but that's still a little high. Given the fact that their expected goals is not very high, and the Isles, they're definitely not that's definitely one of their strengths either. But they protect the goalie well. They can grind out games. So give me the Isles plus 110 here with the Sens coming back from Sweden, and lean to the under 6. It's correlated with Isles wins usually because once they get the lead, they just sit on it. They don't want to attack like most other teams do. They just protect the lead. So correlated under there with the Isles money line.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot you're up. My bad.
I'm going the other way here. I like the Sens. Admittedly, I did forget about the whole global series thing before handicapping this game, but I'm going to go somewhere. They went on the road. They went to Sweden. They crossed international waters. They got an overtime win, shootout win. It's a bonding experience then there for a team that needed it. A team that was kind of in shambles a few weeks ago. Now they've won 3 in a row, 4 of their past 5. Coming back home to face an Islanders team, maybe beat up a little bit. Flyers got 50 shots on them the other night. So I could see them starting Varlamov here too and saving Sorokin for the Flyers again, seeing if he can stop them on Saturday night. So give me the Sens minus 130. But I do like the under 6 at minus 102. First meeting this season was 3-2. Islanders won at home. Last season, all meetings went under. So give me the Sens and the under 6.
All right. I got to say something here, okay? When it comes to hockey fandom, more specifically online when it comes to like hockey fans on Twitter, Boston Bruins fans are just big assholes. They got every reason to be, you can call Leaf fans pussies and all that, whatever. I get it. We whine and all this shit. But you know what? Ottawa Senators fans are just fucking stupid, okay? This team has been fucking terrible. All you Sens fans, I'm giving it back at you. You're all fucking dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. Your team stinks. You're shitty people. You're ugly. Everyone I've ever seen's ugly. These fat-ass bitches on here fucking defending the Sens, and all the guys look like they got the greasy neck beards going on. It's like, you guys are fucking stupid. You're dumb, and you look dumber than you fucking are. But anyways, let me tell you right now, my problem with this Sens team is, and the Senators fans, this team has been absolutely shit this entire goddamn year. You got guys that are fucking can't even stop their friends from gambling. They're getting suspended half the time. You're losing picks left, right, and center. Your organization's in shambles. Fuck yeah. And guess what? You win 3 games and you think that everything's going to be okay. It's not. Shut the fuck up. You're not making playoffs. I think you're still last in the Atlantic. That's how bad you actually are. Your goaltending stinks. You got a couple young guys that can put the biscuit in the basket, but your defense can't fucking figure anything out. So let's get this back to reality. Sens fans, let me put you back in your place. You're crawling up a little bit too far out of that hole. Let me fucking give you the hose and get you back down in there where you belong. You're a bunch of fucking losers, and you always will be. Same with your shit-ass fucking team. Give me the Islanders here, man. The Sens fans got to remember that they're going to be Sorokin the Islanders' dick. They're going to be Sorokin the dick too. That's how bad this fucking team is. So fuck you, Ottawa. Fuck the city of Ottawa. It's so boring. Everybody, I saw people saying, "Oh, if you don't know how to have a good time in Ottawa, then I don't know what you're talking about." The only way you can have a good time in Ottawa is if you got a shitload of coke and you're just sitting, trying not to freeze your ass off. So fuck Ottawa. Fuck the Senators. I do like the Islanders from an actual hockey point of view team here. Jolie touched on it. When they get a lead, they just kind of shut down and power down, and they defend, and that's what they've made. That's what they've made their whole team's identity, I guess, whether for the better or not. So there's some value here at plus 110. And if it isn't Sorokin, it is Varlamov. He's been fucking lights out too, so it doesn't matter. Give me the Islanders. I'm staying clear of the over under though.
I will agree with that.
Pierre Engvall goal.
Pierre Engvall, anytime goal scorer. Let's go. Giraffe goals, baby. Love it. Injury. That's how shit your team is, yo. You're going to get scored on by fucking Pierre Engvall.
I will say the Islanders are like one of the worst teams where if you like go down a goal or go down 2 goals against them, it feels like the game's over. Like they park the bus, they shut it down there.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, who has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long, no matter the sport. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. Watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. And when you sign up with the promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit of up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. And win bigger by betting smarter this season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every bet with historical stats and data. You can enter any parlay into Hall of Fame Bets Revolutionary Parlay Optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg, as well as an expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort all players by hit rate for any bet to learn which players are hot and which picks have value. So stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets.
Okay, moving to the 8 p.m. time slot here. We got the Winnipeg Jets against the Florida Panthers. Game itself in Florida for this one. Winnipeg on the money line to plus 114. Florida on the money line to minus 135. The over-under is 6.5. Over sitting at minus 122. The under plus 102 here. This Florida team coming off a big upsetting loss versus the Boston Bruins yesterday. So they're going to come out hard. They're going to come out hot in this game. I love Florida at home at minus 135. This team has been absolutely electric this year. I might have to start changing my tune when it comes to the Florida Panthers. It kills me to admit it, but hey, man, this team has been absolutely on fire. That Sam Reinhart is lighting the fucking lamp. 19 games, 13 goals, 12 assists for 25 points. Also, he's a fucking UFA after this year. How come nobody's talking about giving this guy $12 million? I guess it's just William Nylander that's getting $12 million. But Sam Reinhart, former second overall pick, he's got 2 less points. So yeah, whatever. Anyways, I love the Panthers in this game. Not to say that I'm shitting on Winnipeg here, but this is a Winnipeg team that has they've had some troubles defensively throughout the year here. They're not really giving up a lot of shots on goals, but they're giving up bad scoring opportunities, it seems like. I don't know what the goal save above expected or whatever stupid fucking metric might be to look into that point says. But it just seems like the opportunities that they are getting burned on are just gifted to the other team here. And we know that Florida is a team that, given those opportunities, will capitalize on them. We saw them do that throughout the playoffs last year. So the Panthers minus 135 is very enticing. Over under in this game, I'm still leaning a little bit towards the under. I don't really love it. 6.5 at plus 102. But yeah, I mean, like, Hellebuck's a good goalie. He can make some big saves. He's a lot of these games that Winnipeg's losing, they should be losing a hell of a lot more if it wasn't for this guy. And then Sergei Bobrovsky is, I don't know what to make of this fucking guy anymore, bro, but he's playing fine.
He's playing fine. I think that's a good way to put it there. Oh yeah, this is a tough game here because I do lean to the Jets at plus 114, but the more I look at it, the more I feel like the Panthers are maybe the better bet here. Minus 135. I think it's a good line that could keep going up. It already has elsewhere, but Panthers 7-2 at home. Winnipeg is 5-2-1 on the road. Both teams are hot recently. Winnipeg won 4 in a row. 7 of the past 8. Florida, as Talon said, coming off that tough loss, but they look good. And then they got Ekblad and Montour back, and now they're looking even better. And yeah, Winnipeg's underlying numbers have not been great this season, and Florida's have. So I do still like Winnipeg as a dog. I think there's value there. I think this will be a close game. But yeah, but talking about the Panthers 6-1 to win the Atlantic. They're right behind them there, and they're getting healthy now. So that could be a look if you maybe want to hedge some of your or get something else in there if you have some Boston at plus money. But yeah, for this one, I got to go with the Jets plus 114. I just think they're the more sound team. I think they're able to combat Florida a little bit, but I would lean to the under 6.5 at plus 102.
Yeah, I guess I'd lean to the Panthers as well. We mentioned that last game against the Bruins, where the Panthers were clearly the better team in that one. They just got the Bruins goaltending has just been unreal this season. No matter who you put back there, they're winning games. They're stealing games from them all the time. And Paul Maurice has got this team playing a lot differently than the Panthers of Andrew Brunette. That's probably why. That explains why the Panthers had such a tough first half of the season last year, changing the system up between Brunette and Paul Maurice, which is very different. Because now you see that their expected goals for they're kind of just above average, but their expected goals against is like top 3 in the league, and that was never their strength under Andrew Brunette. So a different kind of system in here is encouraging for the Panthers, because I think it leads to more playoff success, and we saw that last year. So long term, I am definitely high on both teams. Actually, I think they're both capable of winning playoff series. And so I don't know. I don't have much for this game. I lean to the Panthers, lean to the under 6.5 at plus 102. Panthers, awesome home team, as someone mentioned. And both goalies are playing pretty well. So lean to the under, lean to the Panthers.
Okay, moving down to the 8 p.m. time slot here. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning against the Carolina Hurricane. Game itself is in Carolina here. Tampa Bay on the money line's at plus 145. The Hurricanes on the money line are at minus 175. The over-under is 6.5. Over sitting at plus 102. The under minus 122. I feel like every way you look at this game, you should be betting the Hurricanes here. They're 6-1-0 at home. Lightning are 3-4-2 on the road here. The one thing, though, that drives me, we just saw this game like a week and a half ago, and I think Carolina won, 4-0. They shut out Tampa. This is a litmus test game kind of thing for the Bolts here, And I'm sorry, I believe in John Cooper too much to think that he won't have the boys ready to go for this fucking road game. Yes, this team's been shit on the road. Yes, Jonas Johansson is fucking useless in between the pipes here, but you still got fucking just Kucherov, such a fucking animal. Braden Point out there, Steven fucking Stamkos. Sergachev gives a shit. Yes, him and Hedman haven't had the best start to the season, but these players still fucking care. And with a coach like Jonathan Cooper, I just don't see how they can't show up for this fucking game. So if you're going to give me the Bolts at plus 145 here, maybe it's a bad play, but I'm going to be all over it. And as far as over-under goes in this one, I'm going to lean towards... I don't know. I'm going to lean towards the over here, 6.5 at plus 102. We're all expecting this probably to go under based on what we saw last performance here. But like I said, if I'm committing on Tampa Bay showing up and popping goals, that Johansson's going to let in a couple stinkers himself here. So give me the over 6.5. Give me the Bolts plus 145.
Yeah, there's big news out of Tampa today with Matt Tompkins going on waivers, which
I wonder what that means.
Signals the return of Andrei Vasilevsky, who John Cooper said could play on this upcoming road trip. They are in Carolina on Friday. Then they have a back-to-back in Colorado and Arizona. I imagine they would want to maybe get him some work before that back-to-back, so you could see him starting here in Carolina. If so, I like Tampa Bay even more. But even if it is Johansson in net, I like Tampa Bay plus 145. I also do believe in John Cooper. I think I've ridden the Lightning off a bit too much this season. They've had a lot of overtime points, 5 overtime losses, but I just think that this line's too high. We've seen this matchup twice so far this season. They've traded shutouts. Both meetings were in Tampa Bay. So going to Carolina here, I do think the under is a good luck, under 6.5, minus 112, but I just think this line's way too high. So give me the Lightning at plus 145.
I want to say one more thing about the Panthers. I just learned that they sold out their building for 5 games in a row in the last game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know
Okay.
that doesn't sound like a lot to people from Toronto or Vancouver, but it's certainly impressive given the fact of this is the Florida Panthers. It's not like the old days when Brooks Koepka was the only fan of the Peas, and then there was like 20 Canadians in the building.
He's holding up the pylon, calling Ekblad. That's an all-time move.
Absolute legend. But yeah, for this one, I don't think that Vasilevsky coming back is it's not a massive deal just because he's coming off that groin surgery. First game back, could be a little rusty. Even Vasilevsky is human, so. But I can't back the Lightning on the road. It's just I don't think that number reflects how badly they play on the road for whatever reason. So yeah, I lean to the Hurricanes, and I lean to the over 6.5 plus 102. I think we could see goals. The Hurricanes are not as good defensively as they once were, but they're putting the puck in the net now. So I think we could see some goals in this one.
All right, one thing I want to bring up here before we move off of the Tampa Bay Lightning talk here. This is something I remember saying a little bit earlier in the season when we knew that Vasilevsky was going to miss some significant time. I really, really, really still think there's some value for Tampa Bay to win the fucking Atlantic. This team has kept them in the hunt for that without Vasilevsky. This guy coming back rested for the first time in 3 fucking years, considering he's gone to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 years in a row before this season, and he has extended time to get healthy. Tampa Bay might not let in another goal for the rest of the fucking year once this cat comes back, okay? You can get the Lightning a plus 1,600 to win the Atlantic here. If you're interested in that play, get in before Vasilevsky comes back, because this team's going to start fucking getting wins. And when they got that stud in between the pipes, it's going to make everybody else in the team, including the defense that has been struggling, start to play better. So I don't know. I'm just saying, floating it out there, man. I think they're 8 points behind the Bruins right now. So yeah, they got a mountain to climb here, man. But I think we could see some scary things coming out of Tampa Bay in the upcoming months.
Kucherov shots on goal over 3.5. He's gone over that in 15 of 19 games. Also ladder it up to he had 7 2 games ago, 6 3 games ago. So it's good. It's a good look there.
I was going to mention this bet on a future pod between Ryan and I when there's not many games on, but I did make a bet on the Central and the Atlantic Division to win the Cup. It worked out to about plus 144 if you Dutch it. I just think they have more than a 50% chance of winning the Cup between those 2 elite divisions. And yeah, the Lightning are certainly part of that bet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move to the 8:30 p.m. time slot here. We got the Calgary Flames against the Dallas Stars. Game itself is in Dallas on this one. Calgary on the money line sitting at plus 145. Dallas on the money line at minus 175. The over-under is 6.5. Over sitting at plus 102. The under minus 122 here. This Dallas team, man, is so good at hockey. It's not even fair. Seems like they're doing all the little things right. They're 12-4-2 on the year in this one. So how can you not like this team? They've been better on the road, 7-1-1 than they have at home at 5-3-1 record here. But the Flames have been shit when it comes to road games. They're 4-6-2. Both teams have been surprisingly good when it comes to division matchups this year. The Flames are 3-1-0. The Stars are 4-1-0.
They don't play in the same division, bro.
I know. I don't know why I'm reading that. That's my bad. But still, I love the Stars in this one, man, even though they have been struggling at home here. So I will be on them. Minus 175 is a little bit of juice. I think I saw them in regulation at like minus 115. So I'll be enticed by that. And we got 2 good goalies going at it, man. We got Jacob Markstrom here. He's got a 4-7-2 record, which sucks, but a 2.85 goals against average and a .904 save percentage. And then Jake Ottinger is just absolutely lights out. So I would lean towards the under 6 and minus 110.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. These odds are the same as the Hurricanes versus the Lightning, because I think there is more of a gulf between the Stars and the Flames here. So I'm on Dallas, minus 175. Coming off a loss, it's rare they lose back-to-back games. They did it earlier this month, but the second game was to Boston. First game was to Vancouver. So, coming off an overtime loss against Vegas, still at home here. Flames on the road 4-6-2. Stars at home 5-3-1. Jake Ottinger, I think, is still significantly better than Jacob Markstrom. Even if Markstrom can find it, maybe we'll debate that. But I think Ottinger is clearly better. He's the favorite at this point, I think, when I looked before. So yeah, give me Dallas here minus 175. Don't mind the regulation play or the puck line. They've been able to win some 6-3, 4-3 overtime, 8-3, 5-2. So. Yeah, I think Dallas here, either money line or regulation, would be a good bet.
I lean to the under in this one. Just two good goalies, the way the Stars play, and the Flames being offensively challenged at times. But I don't have a bet in this one. The thing I want to talk about is the Flames bringing up a bunch of young guys. This Pospisil kid, Connor Zary. They're bringing up Matt Coronado back. He's killing it in the A. So the Flames changed over their culture a little bit. It's only a matter of time before they start trading guys off, and it'll be a quick reload for the Flames, considering they got these young guys for the next foreseeable future. So yeah, and they got Markstrom locked up long term. He's not old yet, so yeah, Flames will be good for a while. It's just they could just do a quick retool and get on with the show, and I think that's necessary because there's a lot of bad blood, I think, after what went on last season with this team. So yeah, just something to pay attention to going forward for the Flames. Just lean to the under in this game.
Okay, heading to the 8 p.m. time slot here. We got the Colorado Avalanche against the Minnesota Wild. Ooh, what a game. Minnesota on the money line. This game is in Minnesota. Colorado on the money line is at -130. Minnesota on the money line at +110. The over-unders is 6.5. Over sitting at -122. The under +102 for the under. If Colorado versus Vancouver was the Joel Bowl game, then Colorado versus Minnesota has got to be the Joel Troll game, because if something bad happens, he's going to be looking like a big old mean angry troll. Joel Meyer, what's going to go on in the Joel Troll game?
Oh, I'm back in the Avs here. First of all, because they're the Avs, it's the best team in the league and all that. Cale Makar's getting going. I mean, he's got multiple points in like 6 straight games, something crazy. He's dialing it up. He's only a few points back of Quinn Hughes now, and he's missed a couple games due to injury as well. So Makar is certainly in the mix for the Norris. Yeah, and this one, Wild. Where were they a week ago? In Sweden. So the troll Joel is betting the Avs here to beat the Wild, and so give me the Avs here. Gonna smoke them. Avs are picking it up a little bit. They've been very inconsistent this year, but I liked what I saw against the Canucks. Just grinded out a win. They were more physical, and I think that's what you need in this game as well. So coming off that Canucks win, going against the Wild here is a good spot after their long flight home from Sweden. And Wild goaltending has been pathetic this year. Gustafsson coming down to earth big time. Fleury, he's only played a few games, so I don't know, but not great either. So give me the Avs here all day long. I know they play on a back-to-back, so it could be Ivan Prosvetev, but Georgiev hasn't been great lately either, so I don't think it matters that much. But I also kind of like the over for that reason. Just bad goaltending, both teams, and yeah, just a lot of firepower with the Avs, and then the Wild are not playing good hockey now either. So yeah, easy spot for me. Love the Avs.
Yeah, Avs here -130. I'll take it a step further. Take the Avs in the puck line at +170. I think all but 1 or 2 of their wins have been by at least 2 goals. Their recent ones have 5-2 over Vancouver, 6-3 over Dallas, 8-2 over the Ducks, 5-1 over Seattle, 6-3 over the Devils, 4-1 over St. Louis. Like they're beating pretty good teams, but by margin here. And the Wild, they're coming back from Sweden. They've lost 5 in a row. They did go to overtime in those 2 Sweden games, but still think the Avs are just a much better team overall. So yeah, Avs -130, Avs puck line, maybe even an Avs team total here. Yeah, both of these teams do tend to go towards the over, so I do like the over 6.5 -122 as well. But Avs money line or Avs puck line are probably the best plays here.
Yeah, this is a game where I'm actually intrigued by the puck line here for Colorado -1.5. I think there's a lot of value at +170. Minnesota allows a shitload of goals. Joel talked about it when it comes to the goaltending. Neither Gustafsson or Fleury have been barn burners this year. They're 30th in the league for goals allowed. They're allowing 4 per game, and the Avs are scoring, man. They're 3rd in the league for goals for, averaging 3.83 per game. So you do the fucking math. I love the puck line in this -1.5 and +170. I'm going to start saying that. Do the fucking math, bro. Yeah, I love that. Colorado in this game, even a -130 in regulation, there's definitely lots of value in that as well. I don't know. I get that it's the first night of a back-to-back here, but I still think this is insane. Minnesota, we're starting to see what I think a lot of us thought that we would see. Anytime you have 14 million in dead cap space, you're going to lack in depth. They got Kaprizov. He's fucking awesome. They got a couple of guys that are doing some work here, but it's just too big of a hit to fucking have a sustained good season. And, we're starting to see that. They started off hot. Well, guess what? They lost, 4 in a row, 5 in a row here at this point, just coming back from Sweden now. Minnesota is kind of who I think a lot of us predicted that they are when it comes to that. So yeah, give me Colorado the way, as I said, even the team total as well. And then over 6.5, I think is the way to play, especially if there is that Avs backup in net. What was his name you said, Joel?
Prosvetov.
Is he any good?
He's been decent. I mean, his numbers in the minors weren't great. I think that Ryan brought that up before, or you brought that. I can't remember which one you did, but he's been as good as Georgiev anyway when he's come in. And Francouz is out for the season, so we'll need him to do a capable job back there because Georgiev can't play every game. God forbid.
Kicking the pills. Okay, move to the 10 p.m. time slot. Last final game of the docket here. Holy shit. We have the Vancouver Canucks against the Seattle Kraken. Game itself is in Seattle. Vancouver in the money line's at -115. Seattle in the money line's at -105. The over-unders at 6.5 here. Over set at -125. The under at +105. This has to be a first game of back-to-back for Vancouver, right?
It is.
They're playing the
Sharks.
They're playing the Sharks.
Seems like the fifth time already.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say that's fucking crazy. But so I think it's safe to say we'll probably see Thatcher Demko in this game for the Canucks here. This screams bet Vancouver here at -115, right? Like it has to, but these teams are rivalries, if not for nothing more than due to proximity, right? So I don't know if the books are accounting for that aspect things. Like Seattle isn't a great team. They're fourth in the Pacific. Vancouver's second. Division game wise, Seattle's been terrible, 2-3-2. Vancouver's 5-2-0. Canucks haven't been great on the road this year. Maybe that's where the money's coming from. But yeah, I fucking love the Canucks in this game at -115. And as far as over under goes, we lean towards the over 6.5. This Vancouver team is just absolutely lighting the fucking lamp. Any chance they get, they're first in the league for goals for. Seattle kind of sucks when it comes to scoring goals. So I don't know. Maybe I don't love the over as much as I thought, but I don't really have a play on the total.
Yeah, the over is my favorite play in this game. Over 6.5, -125. This rivalry matchup has gone over 7 or more goals in 8 of the 9 meetings. Just the first meeting was a 4-2 game, but that pushed at 6. The meeting this season, Seattle won 4-3 in Vancouver. So love the over 6.5 at -125. And I think I got to go with Seattle here at home as -105. Slight underdogs here. They are decent at home. And in Vancouver, we're seeing more of what they actually are recently. They've lost 3 of their past 4. In their past 7 games, they've gone 3-4. That's what they're going to be more down the stretch. It's more about if they're able to kind of tread water and make that hot start stand up the rest of the year. But for this one, I think Seattle gets it done -105, but the better play would be the over 6.5.
Yeah, the Canucks just need to play 500 hockey the rest of the way. I think they can do that. They played some tough teams as well, and they played the Avs tough as well. They got punched in the face. They punched back, which is good to see. Of course, you expect that from Rick Tocchet team. So the story with this one is that the Kraken, they got the 4 lines, they got the depth, and they keep coming at you in waves. Whereas the Canucks are kind of almost a one-line team in terms of what they can do with Pettersson, JT Miller, Besser, and Quinn Hughes, of course, and then Hronik as the first line deep pairing. So it's going to be a question of if that group, that unit can do damage when they're on the ice, and the rest of the team just prevent the Kraken from scoring when they're on the ice. Just a lot of defensive stuff. Also, this is a factor in Vancouver's favor is that the Kraken are 5th worst team in terms of penalty kill percentage, and the Canucks have an elite power play, so they're going to have to make those penalties and power plays count for to win this game. And I think, given the fact that it is a blossoming rivalry, that we'll see some penalties. So I think that the Canucks power play props would be a decent look, as well as I lean to Vancouver in the game, even though they're not going to be they're not going to be, I don't know what the record is right now, but they're not going to be sustaining this 750 win percentage, but I think they can win games like this. I hope so. And then they could take the night off basically in San Jose and just cruise with their B game. Go Nucks, go.
All right, boys, that's it. That's 15 game slate that we just ran through. Another Turk hockey that we had. That's nice gravy just everywhere. Holy jeepers!
Hopefully this one goes better for me than the last one. My word, that was a bloodbath.
You're gonna be selling a kidney if it doesn't. Holy shit! All right, what do we got for consensus plays here, Gilbert? Anything on anything written down?
Yeah, consensus plays. We got the Bruins regulation -130. We have the Blue Jackets Devils over 6.5 -135. Got the Habs -148 in San Jose. We have the Kings either money line -198 or regulation -120 there against the Ducks. Penguins -118 in Buffalo. Calgary Dallas under 6 -110. I think we all leaned under there at least. Avs -130, and then Canucks Kraken over 6.5 -125.
All right, we got a couple plays. I like that. Okay, we're going to move down to our lock dogs and totals for this show. Current standings, we got Jolie and we fucking suck. We got to be better for this. We got Jolie in first place with a record of 16, 19, and 1, down 2.92 units. I'm right behind him in second with a record of 17, 19, down 3.43 units. And Ryan is ringing up the rear here with 11 and 25 record, down 18.46 units. Our boy, what was his name? Williams or some shit.
Bill
like
Williams.
Sounds made up to me.
Well, Will, you're right, buddy. We fucking suck. So I hope you're at least having fun listening to this. But we're gonna get better. God damn it! All right, Jolie, kick it away on here, us bud. What do we got?
Yeah, I just noticed that we have the most viewers in the whole show right now when we are reading the records.
We're reading this.
That's not
Fuck. Don't. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. That's not a thing. Fuck off.
But,
we were positive last season. You got to stick with us here. Nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, and speaking of going up, Talon was the only one climbing that pyramid of gold. Apparently, Ryan and I did not make it to the top of that pyramid. So yeah, we're going with the Avs in the
ball's too itchy
in the Troll Bowl. Easy bet here. Isles money line +110 against the Sens. Easy bet there, and then Wings Bruins under 6 -05. Just a Bruins game. They're gonna win. They're gonna stomp out the Red Wings, who do not have a sustainable shooting percentage. Blah 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 blah. Go me.
All right, for me, I thought about changing this up, but I stuck with it here. My lock is the Kings in regulation -120. In Anaheim, the Kings are 11-3-3, and all 11 of their wins have been in regulation there. So I like that -120. My dog Avalanche puck line +170 at Minnesota. I think they should be able to get it done by margin there. And then my total Blue Jackets Devils over 6.5 -135. Two teams that can score and can't really keep the puck out of the net too much.
All right, for myself, for my lock, even the Boston Bruins versus the Detroit Red Wings -130 in regulation. I love that play here. There's the Bruins. They don't lose at the Garden. They don't even lose ever. So let's go. For my dog, I got Washington money line versus Edmonton at +115. It still baffles me right now. I get it. One team is better than the other technically, but there's something to be said for fucking being lights out, which we're seeing on opposite both ends of the spectrum here. And then for my total, Pittsburgh Buffalo under 6.5 +110. Penguins have had some great goaltending lately. Buffalo is a little bit banged up in this one, and I don't know what the shooting percentage is, but I imagine the shooting percentage sucks. Go Joel.
Fuck yeah.
All right, that's it, guys. Let's wrap this one up. This has been a long one. What do you expect? 15 games. So everybody go check out the Sports Gambling Podcast website. That's the place to be. Tons of stuff going on in the world of sports, baby. Obviously, we got hockey. It's going to be sweet tomorrow, 15 games. We got football tomorrow. I think there's a Friday game, right? Don't the Dolphins play
Miami
Jets. Jets. Yeah, great match.
Oh, that's going to suck. Zach Wilson, man. What the fuck are we doing?
Timmy Boyle.
Timmy Boyle. What kind of fucking? I'm sorry, bro. If you're like at a party or something, you meet some chick, you say, "What's your name?" You're like, "Yeah, my name's Tim Boyle." Like,
I'm the starting quarterback for the New York Jets. I think that'll get him.
That's not even worse. That makes it worse. Fuck, dude. So, anyways, that's the thing. I guess college football is going to be where it's at on Saturday too. There's going to be a lot of fun going on there. I don't know, tons of stuff in the world of sports. Ryan, what's going on in baseball? Seriously, is there any updates from the baseball world?
I think we got winter meetings.
Don't care. What else do we got going on here? That's in the world of sports. You can find all that information at the SGPN website. Be sure to check it out. Read the articles. Check out Ryan's fantasy hockey articles that he's pumping out, man. Those are always awesome as well. So be sure to check those out, coming out weekly. And of course, shout out to all of our friends and pals in the Discord, bro. If you're not in the Discord, you're not making money. You're missing out on a hell of a lot of good time. We have some great conversations in there. We have some even greater people in there as well. So hell yeah, that was cute, right? Come on, give them their cookies. Shout out to all our friends and pals in the Discord. If you're not in there, you're not making money. If you want to get in there, you can reach out to myself or Ryan on Twitter. We'll be sure to point you in the right direction, or you can reach out to the HTP Twitter account, our social media assistant producer. He's a fucking beauty. He'll be sure to reach out and get you all the information you need pertaining to that. Or what you can do. Fuck, I don't know. This kind of caught me off guard. I don't know.
Find me in a cave. The Joel in the cave.
Yeah.
A forest gimp from
under the bridge. He'll be under a bridge. You got to play the Joel Troll Toll in order to pass this bridge. You know? Hell yeah, that's what you can do. And when you're crossing that bridge, you look underneath. You be like, "Hey, Jolie, how do we get in the fucking Discord?" And he'll be like, "Oh, give me all your gold, and then I'll tell you how to get in the Discord."
I need it. I need that gold.
He does. Yeah, right. He does. So hell yeah, man. Do all that good shit. Yeah, thumbs up. I'm bringing it back. I'm the new Don Cherry. I've said this before. I'm bringing back the thumbs up in the hockey community.
All right. Make sure you subscribe to the Hockey Room Podcast on YouTube, going live there whenever we record, most nights around between 9 and 10 Eastern time there. So make sure you're subscribed. You can notify when you go live. Also, make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave us a 5-star rating and review, and turn on auto downloads. The episodes in your feed as soon as they are published. Yeah, leave us a review. We haven't got anything since the start of the season, so we're thirsting for some reviews here.
100%. Even if our boy Billy Williams leaves us something, we'll take it. We'll take all we can get. Also, let's make one thing real fucking clear here and real simple. Just because the stream says it's going to start at 9:45, honestly, you should assume it's going to start later, okay? Because we are terrible at getting our shit together. So just going forward.
Yeah, I'm going to start scheduling it later, because I know it takes us some time to get our picks in and whatnot.
Yeah. In order to be Talon Cherry, you need to start dressing better though. That thing you got going on isn't gonna cut it there.
Jess told me I look like. Jess said I look like I'm in the KKK.
The comfy KKK.
Yeah, exactly. The comfy Klux Klan. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Maybe I got a sweet Leafs blazer I can bust out. I'll work on it, Jolie. I'll work on it. Which one of you is going to be Ron McLean though?
Fucking not me.
I think I'm
Ryan's definitely wrong.
Yeah, Ryan. I think you got to step up for that one, bro.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. My name is Talon Jenkins. You can find me at Twitter at Talon_Jenkins94. You can also find me at the Raptors game tomorrow, the Toronto Raptors game. I'm so scared I'm going to say something dumb and get beat up or kicked out. I feel like I'm going to be like, basketball is fucking stupid and sucks and for losers, and someone's going to beat the shit out of me. So I don't know. Fingers crossed I can contain myself.
All right. I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
And I guess I'll be Kevin Bieksa if Ryan is Ron McLean and Town is the old Don Cherry. Give me Kevin Bieksa. What a fucking beauty that guy is. One of the few good hockey media personalities today.
That'll do. That's right. That's fine.
I've been told I look like him too sometimes. So
you got the square head going on, right? The square head thing kind of.
Yeah, and the comb over.
You're more handsome, Joel.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go, Joel. Exactly. Better mustache too. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.